With the new Illuvium Arena patch, the Illuvium Teambuilder has been completely reworked and all your teams have been wiped. So this is my beginner guide because it can be a little bit overwhelming, because now we can bring 50 different cards and also there's no more augments that we can bring. But actually once you play around with it, you realize, oh, it goes way faster to build teams now. It's way easier and way more intuitive. So let's jump in it and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So first off, you're gonna go to the illuvium.io homepage, navigate to the Team Builder tab in the Arena section of the homepage. Then you get this screen right here. You have the basic teams, which are usually not that good, and you usually want to play your own team, right? So let's create a new team. You can name it whatever. We're gonna go with first try. And now you're gonna get this abundance of cards. You come in here and it's like 700 cards. Damn, I'm done. It's too much. But it's not that hard. So first off, even if you don't know the game very well, you're just gonna start with some unit that you think is good. I always recommend to check out guides on YouTube. I do a lot of guides. There's other people who do a lot of guides to get a little bit of a basic idea of the game. But let's say, okay, you know from somebody the Ramfire is very OP, which it is right now, or you just like the Fire Dragon. Let's start with this one. And once you want to add that Fire Dragon, the Ramfire, it's the stage 3. It's the last evolution of those dragons. Ramfi, Ramfight, Ramfire. So you're gonna want to put this in, but actually to play this one, you need all the other stages as well, because now we evolve from stage 1 to 2 to 3. And now you have this awesome button right here, add to team, boom. All 3 of them are gonna be in your team. And then usually what I like to do is go from there like dominoes, not the pizza, just like connecting synergies. You can go here to the synergy tab and you see Inferno and Phantom. Sometimes it's like it counts them double, so because those are both Phantom, you see 2 Phantoms. But you know it's only going to be 1 Phantom because you can only play one of this line. So now what you want to do next is go type in here Phantom and play another Phantom unit and connect the pieces. Whoops, there is no more Phantom units in the game right now. There's more coming. So what we can do here is actually make our Ranger a Phantom and make a synergy there. So this is a very special case and I wanted to start with this. We're gonna try to get Inferno and Phantom and on our Ranger. So Phantom is a combination out of Rogue and Scion. You can see it right here, there's a little Scion symbol. And our Ramfire is Rogue Dominant. So what do we need that our Ranger also becomes Phantom? We need to bond with this Rogue Illuvial with the Rogue Ramfire Dominant. And we need to have a Scion weapon equipped on our Ranger. Same with Inferno. Inferno is fire plus fire. So we need to bond with a Fire Illuvial and also have fire on our Ranger. So next up we're gonna go into here. Then we're gonna go into the Scion weapon. And we're gonna bring a Fire Scion weapon. Now, if our Ranger has this weapon equipped and we bond with the Ramfire, we're actually gonna get an Inferno Phantom Ranger, which is gonna activate both of those traits, because once you have 2 of them, you're gonna activate the trait. Then you also wanna prepare for the late game, so you're gonna go down here, go to the 70 cost, which is the highest cost, and you're also gonna bring that one. Perfect, we're prepared. So next up, let's try this again, and this time pick something where we have different units with the same synergy. For example, I want to bring Archelon. Boom. Add everything to the team. And Archelon is going to be Verdant plus Aegis. And now all you're going to do is type in here Verdant. Alright, there is Gnarl. That's the stage 2 of the Gnarl. So Gnarl is the only Verdant unit that we have. Add everything to the team. Boom. Now we have 2 Verdants in the team. Great. Let's go for Aegis. And same thing here. And it's really funny. Like, it's kind of fun to connect those pieces and play a little bit of dominoes here. We're going to bring in the Aegis, Krunk, and all its lower stages as well. We can see right here, it's a Wildfire. Nature plus Fire. Let's get in another Wildfire. And then once you have all those, there is the Blaze Knight. Boom. Add to team. Blaze Knight is also a Templar. So let's see. Let's bring in another Templar. Shoot, we don't have any. Blaze Knight is the only Templar. So now you have to make the decision. Do I play the Inferno Phantom Ranger to activate Ramfire's traits? Or do I play maybe Inferno Templar Ranger to activate Blaze Knight's traits and one of the Ramfire traits? So what you can do now, you check out Blaze Knight. Okay, it's an Empath plus Nature. What do I need, for example, to make my Ranger a Wildfire Templar as well to activate both of those traits? I need to bond with this Blaze Knight, for example, and have a sword equipped. So then it's fighter plus empath means Templar. So we can go again back into our weapons, go for the weapon. Right here for the sword, this is the fighter sword. And if we bond with a fighter sword, we're gonna get a Wildfire Templar Ranger. And you can also get, for example, if you bond with somebody that's a fighter, so then you could go in here and type in fighter. That's gonna give you all the different fighters, right? We're still in the weapon trade. So for example, this one has fighter in it, but it's a berserker. It's fighter plus fighter. If you only want to see the pure fighters, you can go right here into the like the different search settings. You go into Illuvios, and then right here you can type in fighter, and then you're gonna see all the pure fighters that only have fighter, which doesn't matter too much anymore because usually you want to upgrade them anyway. So you can bring those berserkers, for example, and then you're gonna get a fighter stack anyway, because now if we bring, for example, this Ripelands, it's a berserker toxic, right? But because it's stage 1, Riptor is a fighter water, the Ripelands has fighter and water as a dominant synergy. So if we play the Ripelands, we obviously have to play all the stages. And if we upgrade the Riptor to a Riptorus to a Ripelands, in the end we're gonna have a Ripelands that's gonna give you 1 toxic stack, 1 water stack, 1 berserker stack, and 1 fighter stack. It gets the final composite affinities and classes plus the basic ones from the stage 1. So now I could bond my ranger with the Ripelands, and I could actually, to get a Templar unit, to activate the Templar unit, the Templar trait from the Blaze Knight, I could actually bring a empath. We're in the sword here. You can reset that up here. Let's delete the fighter. So now we bring a empath staff, which could be, we're getting water. So if you want to get, for example, a toxic Templar, I'm gonna get nature. Nature plus water is toxic, and empath plus fighter right here is gonna be Templar. And that's how you kind of build around and try to have a few different options. You don't want to have just one line that you go down. So I could now play the Ramfire line where I make my ranger a Phantom Inferno. I could also go down the Berserker Toxic line, or also the Templar Wildfire line. You get the gist of it, right? It's very flexible, and you can just bring a few different options. So now we have a Ripelands, right? It's a Berserker. Let's go into Berserkers. We gotta go to all cards. Berserker. The other Berserker is Monkey. Let's bring Monk here, add everything to the team. Now we see Monkey is a Mud. So now I go in the Mud trade. I bring the other Mud units. This Mud is a Mystic. This Mud is a Predator. We don't have other Predator Illuvials yet, so you cannot bring them. But we can bring other Mystic units, for example. And then you can also bring again the weapons for the Ranger, that we can make our Ranger a Mud Predator to activate that Gorilla, for example. And you're gonna just fill up your team like that. I'm gonna bring in both of the Mystics. And one thing that we're still missing is kind of the Bulwarks. You kind of want to have a Frontline. So now we can go into Bulwark. And we do have one Bulwark with the Cling right here. It's gonna be a Colossus, which is double Bulwark plus Verdant, double Nature. So we're getting one Bulwark stack from that. And for example, to get there, we could also play other Colossus units, which are all gonna give us one Bulwark stack. So if we play all those 3 Colossus units, we're gonna get 3 Bulwark stacks, activating the Bulwark trait. You can see it right here. Yes, now it shows as 6 Bulwarks because all of those stages are getting counted as one. But yeah, now we can bring 1, 2, 3 Colossus. This is gonna give us 3 Colossus stacks. You can even get 4 Colossus stacks with your Ranger. And then we're also gonna get all the underlying basic Bulwark synergies, and also gonna activate the Bulwarks, giving us a nice Frontline. The only thing that we're missing right now is the suits. So now we're gonna go into suits. You wanna sort them by tier, because usually the tier 5 are the best, but there's a little bit... Sometimes we bring lower tier suits. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. So for example, this one is giving you physical and energy resistance and health. So the defensive traits, it also gives you pure attack damage and attack speed. So this is really nice for a fighter. For example, if we will play the fighter sword, we will bring this armor. You also want to be able to have like you want to have a 20 cost, a 30 cost, and a 40 cost armor in your team. So no matter how many mastery points you're left with, you can always play something of those. So let's just bring the other ones, and then maybe let's bring one for the mage. Let's see if the tier 5 has a mage for us. We got one right here, I think. Yes, Omega Power, Energy Region, Starting Energy. So that's really good for the Empath or for the Scion when we want to be casting a lot. We're just going to bring the stage 4. And then there is, for example, Void Sash gives you the most starting mana. Right here you can see it, 52 starting mana. And this is a very niche case for if we go for the Rampfire Phantom Inferno line. Because if we play Inferno, the most important thing is that our ranger casts as fast as possible, activating that fire damage, that Inferno damage. That's going to be ticking down the enemy team board-wide every second. So for this case, we're going to bring the Void Sash because it gives us the most starting mana, making sure we're casting as soon as possible with our ranger. And one last thing I wanted to talk about is the linkses. Basically, you need the basic one. Then you need the stage 2 one of the specific links you want to bring. Let's say we want to bring a Bulwark, Earth links. So you're going to bring the stage 2 Bulwark links, and then you can bring any one of those Bulwark links, for example, right here, the Earth Bulwark. And now we have also here a nice progression with the Ascension system from links, stage 1, into Stoic links, the Bulwark, and then into Stoic Terra links, the Earth Bulwark links. You can also bring, for example, let's say fire, and then you can decide after you have the stage 2, you can either upgrade it into an earth or into a fire tank. You cannot upgrade it into, for example, a Scion fire links because you didn't bring the Scion stage 2. You would have to bring that as well. You cannot bring multiple linkses, so you can actually only upgrade one links because you can only, you only have one basic links, so you cannot get to more than one advanced links, basically. And that's it. We're up to 50 cards right here, and I'm gonna be trying, that's a nice thing as well, we forgot some cards. And it tells us, you didn't bring the first stages, so you cannot actually play the stage 3 that you wanted to play. Add to team, boom, it's in it. That's it, that's all. I think now we have everything in the team. We still have 2 slots left. A lot of different suits that we can play. You don't need that much. Usually you bring like 20 cost, 30 cost, and 40 cost of one line, and then you bring maybe another 40 cost if you want to play the other line. That should be alright. You don't need to fill it up. We can play with 48, just save. And I'm gonna be trying this on stream. I hope this helped you. I hope I could help you figure out the team builder a little bit more, and honestly just jump in it and try it out. It takes, 5 minutes to create a full team, maybe 2-3 minutes if you really speedrun it, and then you have a full team. You can try it out, jump into the arena. Right now we still have rating and we have the last week of leaderboard rewards, but after that most likely the rating is going to be reset, so you don't need to worry too much about your rating. You can still register for a new account. You can use my link down in the description, register for a new account, support the channel, and then you can just have those 10 placement matches and just try out new stuff. That's it, that's all. I hope you liked it. I'm losing my voice here. See you in the stream. I'm gonna be streaming every day and I'm gonna be doing guides every day, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.